Alright, hey guys, what's going on? If you've never seen one of my videos before, I talk about Ethereum. It's a cryptocurrency that can be very volatile, which can be scary, but that's why you got me. Alright, so right now you guys might be sitting at your house, home, work, wherever you are watching this video. That's great. Some of you guys may be thinking, how do I make money with this cryptocurrency stuff? And can I still make money with this cryptocurrency stuff? I'm going to tell you yes, why, for a few reasons. First, the media is still constantly talking about cryptocurrency. There has not been an end to a bull run. Now, that being said, that's a great thing, because when the media starts talking about the downfall of crypto and this bull run, and majority of people are on that boat, that's when all this stuff is going to come crashing down. And it's going to be very difficult to make money with Ethereum when that happens. Now, when I'm talking about Ethereum, I'm talking about all crypto. All cryptos are a little bit different. Now, you have a number of different coins that you can make investments off of within crypto. All are really different, and I would say to do some research before actually investing in any sort of crypto. Crypto is a very scary market. You will see hundreds, thousands, depending on how much you invest, lost and gained within days. It's not for the faint of heart, but if you guys stick to an actual strategy, that is the most important thing that I think you guys can do. Now, I've lost money because I have not stuck to a strategy before, and if you talk to any crypto buyer or any crypto investor, you will realize that a lot of the time they lost money is because they tried something new or different, or went with their gut. Now, this bull market has a lot of ups and downs, which I was talking about before, but what I'm going to be talking about is using the Trading Viewer app, which you guys can see on your screen right now. Now, I'm not even logged in, and I can still sort of see what's going on here, which is awesome. I don't log in just because I don't really need to. I don't really add anything special in here. I'm not a real big technical analysis kind of guy. I just try to make a little bit of money on the side. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what I've been doing with Ethereum. Now, first off, what I like to do is I like to go over to my YouTube. Now, first of all, I like to go over to my YouTube. This is all my stuff. Obviously, I love YouTube. I subscribe to a lot of people. But I like to follow a lot of what's going on in the crypto space. So all the big YouTubers that are out there, I like to follow them, just kind of listen in on what they are saying. A lot of the time, it's Ethereum talk. So lately, it has been Ethereum. So some of the biggest YouTubers out there right now in crypto, all talking about Ethereum, right? Bitcoin, all that kind of stuff. Now, again, like I said, none of these actual big YouTubers have been correct on their actual predictions for this market. Now, we're going to say some of them said, depending on what it is, that it was going to reach a certain point. But as soon as it gets there, a lot of the time people sell off. So if you guys, were in the market and you guys saw that we went to 2,500 USD, which was great, as soon as that happened, I knew that there's going to be a huge correction, right? Because when the people get to where they want to, stop, when someone's telling you, oh, it's going to get to 2,500, and they're not going to say, oh, it's going to get to 3,000. No, they're going to start selling off at that point because they think that's the highest point. And congratulations for those people, because they would be the ones who got a successful trade in. Now, that being said, there's a huge correction, right? We went all the way down 500 USD from our all-time highs, and that's where we're kind of sitting right now, okay? So the things you need to learn about Ethereum and trading using this TradingView platform is these things right here. They become support lines or resistant lines. So when a stock consolidates from one side to another, goes kind of sideways in a way, that is when you can say that that becomes a resistant or a support line. So when I'm talking about a resistant line means that it's hard to break through, right? There's some resistance there. So if we were coming up here, as you guys can see, okay, coming up, went up, and we got to this point. This was a small resistant point from this previous cycle, as you guys can see here. But if we even go further, right, you will see that there was also some resistance down over here as well when we hit this all-time high. So these become spots where people like to just sort of say, okay, well, I'm going to sell and then buy at a lower price, because I know if we sell at this point, the price is going to go down and we'll get a cheaper rate and we'll make a little bit of money in the process. So when the market sort of starts to saturate a little bit, as you guys can see here, there's not really a consolidation period. You really just go off bounces. So what bounces are, as you guys can kind of see here, really low points, high points, and then bounces right back down, bounces up, bounces down, bounces up. This is literally a bounce, right? Just like if a ball was bouncing on a ground. Now that's fine. Now being able to catch the bottom of the bounce is what we really want to try to do. A lot of the times, again, it's going to be a support system. So this is where the support comes in. As you guys can see here, these bottom this has all become support. These resistant lines that used to be resistant lines are now becoming support lines because the resistance is going to be up here now, right? Your highest point. Basically, higher highs become lower lows is the way that you kind of have to look at it. As you guys can see, these lower lows become support systems. So now this is going to be a support for us during this bounce. And we're going to bounce, 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 bounce until it's either going to break off into the uptrend or it's going to break off into the downtrend. Now, a lot of the time, and I use a strategy and I go off the 1 hour timestamp. So as you guys can see up here, it's the 1 hour timestamps. I try to use those the best of my abilities. Some people say use 4 hour time trends, and that's fine. You can do that if you really want to. I just find it's a little bit easier to use the 1 hour, but 4 hour works fine as well. Maybe it's a little bit more consistent for them, but when we get into little bounces like this, it's better to use the 1 hour in my opinion. And as you guys can see, a lot of the time I like to go off 100 USD bumps and I like to take a percentages of my profits. Why I do that is because I'm not rich. I am a regular, everyday, working class person, and I like to take some money out and have it on the side for the weekend or whatever I'm using it for. So what I like to do there is I like to catch one of these bottoms, right? So I try to catch 2050. I caught like 2062 last night, and I woke up and we're sitting at, 2187, which is great, right? So that's beyond my 100 USD bump. So how I look at that is if I bought in at 2062, I would take my profits at 2162, and then just kind of wait for the market to sort of bounce back down so I can get in at a lower point. Now, that being said, why I'm not doing that right now and I'm still holding is because of what these 1 hour candles look like. So as you guys can see, this 1 hour candle, all right, so we have a positive green. So when you see green, positive, that means during that hour, we made money. During this hour, we made money. During this hour, we lost money. During this hour, we made money. Now, why I'm doing that and I'm not selling off is because these candles keep getting bigger, right? Or they are fairly substantial big candles that I can see. So this candle is large, this candle is large. If we look over here, every time you see a large candle, right, with a few small ones after, and they're not really huge small ones, it usually potentially means that the market is going to continuously go up, right? So if we get to something like this where this candle matches this candle, that's a good sense to say like, okay, yeah, maybe it's slowing down a little bit, maybe something is going on for that period, right? For those 12 hours, really nothing really happened. But once we start seeing these big candles, we get to those new all-time highs. So right now, right, I'm waiting, and as you can see, I have a red candle right now, which is fine because right here, we saw that red candle as well. Now, if this red candle becomes too big and too saturated, I would end up selling my position and waiting for a better time, because right now I do have a little bit of leeway, right? I have like around 22 or 20 USD to really kind of mess around with to see a candle, but right now I'm just taking a bet that we're probably going to hit somewhere around the 2060 range, and then depending on what these candles look like, I'll either sell or continuously holding my position until we get to something where the candles are a little bit smaller, or you see a large downward candle, something like that. What I'm saying is that there is money to be made in these types of markets, and right now you could still make money because people are talking about it. As you guys can see, people just continuously start talking about Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all those different types of things, right? They all help you know and have a little bit of a realization that crypto is still here to stay. People start talking away from it, that's when you really gotta start investing your money in something different. Don't invest what you can't lose. So hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit. If you guys want me to go further into detail on support lines or any of that kind of stuff, I'm not a big technical analysis person. I've just been solely with Ethereum. That has been one of my sole holdings, and this is what I've been really studying, and I just like to share my opinions a little bit. So if you guys want to follow my TikTok, it's down below as well or on the screen. I try to post there regularly. And YouTube, I just love doing YouTube. This is one of my things. I've been doing it for years, so I will consistently post things when I see fit as well. So hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe if you can. Like that video. It does help me a little bit for the algorithm on YouTube. And if you're ever watching my TikToks and see those, like those videos for me. As always, we like to play it off with some music.